What a strangling knot to be caught in. To be exiled here. To be stuck in Berlin with Vienna so near. Yet so far from the emperor's ear. What a strange and impossible sum. To be old while to still be so young. To have sung before speaking a word. To be heard, to be hailed, then to fail, to be done. To love but to be so naive. To trust and to be so deceived. To mourn, forlorn to be torn from you. Scorned for another who suffers no grief. To curse God seeking lightning, and to still be ignored. To hide in this room now too rich to afford. To hear armies of creditors bang at the door, always yelling for more, and to have nothing to sell that could help, except for the Steinway that sits in the corner. For Arthur it all came too easily to learn the scales in every key. To play the etudes and the suites, the nocturnes and the fantasy, to master the sonatas, minuets, and symphonies. To seek the truth in fits and starts, to strike the middle F like it's an arrow through the heart, to wing the right hand like a dove, the peaceful flutter of a dove, and with the left a violent shove. Some moments will demand a shove. To needle gently yet relentlessly a steady foot upon the pedal, and to clench the iron fist inside the velvet glove, to learn to whisper and to scream. The whisper justifies the scream. To let each yearning finger breathe. Nothing lives unless it breathes. To burn, to worship, to mislead, to pose a question with the pinky on a key. To flee, to fight, to bleed, to float in air, nothing solid underneath. To wrap those heavy knuckles on the gate to heaven till there's nothing to achieve but to go retrieve the length of cable hidden in the cabinet. To metamorphosize the twisted rope into an alphabet. To lay the lazy sea upon the shabby wooden floor to rest. To send the end across the top to bend the sea into an S. To curve the tail beneath the S to turn the tangle to a B. To hug the wretched rooter on the fiber suffocatingly. To wrap it, to get the coil 7 loops. To penetrate the yawning hoop, to tug the loose appendage through. To yank the knot until it's ready for the job it's got to do. To toss the braid above the ceiling beam to affix the noose. To bid adieu to all of you until there's nothing left to do but climb the chair, to cinch the collar, find the edge, to step into the air. To reactable. I was thinking too hard and I cracked my skull. It's natural, erase all doubt. If I take my phones off, then my brains fall out. So you can shout, empty out your throat on me. It just sounds like your lips syncing, oh blah dee, oh blah da. Every time you go blah blah blah, I'm hearing life goes on like it's your mantra. So talk shit, but when it's prone to go down, you're afraid of your own bull like rodeo clowns that stay low to the ground. I stay plugged in. When my dome needs love, phones hug my skin. But earbuds don't count, they're headphone loopholes. I want it bigger than a couple sideways soup bowls. And if you're saying next to nothing, make like my playlist and get to shuffling. I can't hear you. I got my headphones on. I can't hear you. I got my headphones on. I can't hear you. I got my headphones on. I got my headphones on. I got my headphones on. When I look at who's around, it feels like two's a crowd. I don't run and hide, I just smile real wide. Turn my music loud. Watsky! thing that ever was and ever will be. You could kill me if you think that that's too much to ask. But if you shoot, I want the world's greatest death scene and the world's collected treasure shoved inside my diamond-studded cast. And yeah, I covet love, so when I went and told her that I loved her like I never loved another, it was burning in my marrow. I cannot imagine how my world was gonna spin, but it spun, and I know, so did I. You need me, I'll be hiding over there, cause I want my fucking privacy. But also sometimes I would like to really overshare in a silly golden chair, a throne to call my own, a home for my entitled ass, where I can act like I don't care. Climb Rapunzel's hair and then be Dunzo, or a dunce cap in a stool, an empty corner that a fool can sit and stare at and think on how I hurt her. Murder, murder, murder. Murder, murder, murder.
For whatever it's worth, I still hope that you're good. Just cause you can doesn't mean that you should. You got me feeling like my tongue is a machete. Doesn't make me savage. You got me feeling like my tongue is a machete. Each time I think of you, I'm shot in the brain. Doesn't make me savage. Said I'll never hurt you while I twist the knife again.
I got a year's supply of capsules. I got a bottle full of friends. They're always right around to come show me the town. Delivered through a filtered lens. My doctor says I'm being reckless. That quitting's risky for my health, and I'll fuck up my life real bad. But if I had to choose, I know I'd rather lose my life than have to lose myself.
Chemical angel, comfort I crave. Comfort I crave. Comfort I crave. Don't come around no more. I'm already saved. Already saved. Already saved.
I'd like us to spend some alone time.
Just you and me.
But if I slide into a zone,
Down and the down, down and the down, down and the down and the down and the down and the down.
don't take it personal, please don't. You gotta understand my brain has got a mind of its own. I don't know if I'm close to drowning,
Deeper than anybody in the planet has ever been under the sea.
or if I'm finally free.
Gotta get off the flag, get up so high. I'ma get up higher than a speed of bullet up in the sky.
I touch my artery and watch my fingertips pop up and down like buoys at sea.
Chemical angel, comfort I crave. Comfort I crave. Comfort I crave. Don't come around no more. I'm already saved. Already saved. Already saved.
Watsky.
Pull my tongue out, rip my head off, paint the galaxy with what you find inside. How'd you like to grab on where our wings should be and pull each other open wide? Been thinking being trapped alive in amber wouldn't be an awful way to die. Little spider, look me in the eye. Hover over me and smother me, don't let me draw another breath tonight. We only get one shot at being torn to pieces, I think we could get it right. It's been a boring couple years and I could use a good obliteration now. The first time I looked in your eyes, you sucked me into the void. I look forward to being destroyed. Fuck me up! Fuck me up! Fuck me up! Come on, fuck me up! Fuck me up! Come on, fuck me
There's 7,046,000,000 people on the planet, and most of us have the audacity to think we matter. Hey, you hear the one about the comedian who croaked? Someone stabbed him in the heart. Just a little poke. But he keeled over because he went into battle wearing chainmail made of jokes. Hey, you hear the one about the screenwriter who passed away? He was giving elevator pitches and the elevator got stuck halfway. He ended up eating smush sandwiches they pushed through a crack in the door and repeating the same crappy screenplay idea about talking dogs till his last day. Hey, you hear the one about the fisherman who passed? He didn't jump off that ledge, he just stepped out into the air and pulled the ground up towards him really fast, like he was pitching a line and went fishing for concrete. The earth is a drum, and he's hitting it on beat. The reason there's smog in Los Angeles is because if we could see the stars, if we could see the context of the universe in which we exist, and we could see how small each one of us is against the vastness of what we don't know, no one would ever audition for a McDonald's commercial again. And then where would we be? No frozen dinners and no TV, and is that a world we want to text in? Either someone just microwaved popcorn or I hear the sound of 1,000 people pulling the heads out of their asses in rapid succession. The people are hunched over in Boston. They're starting app stores and screen printing companies in San Francisco. They're grinning in Los Angeles like they got fish hooks in the corners of their mouth. But don't paint me like the good guy, because every time I write, I get to choose the angle that you view me and select the nicest light. You wouldn't respect me if you heard the typewriter chatter tapping through my mind at night. The same stupid tape loop of old sitcom dialogue and tattered memories of a girl I got to grind on in high school, filed carefully on rice paper. My heart is a colored pencil, but my brain is an eraser. I don't want a real girl, I want a tracer from a catalog. Truth be told, I'm unlikely to hold you down, cause my soul is a crowded subway train and people keep deciding to get on the next one that rolls through town. I'm joining a false movement in San Francisco. I'm frowning and hunched over in Boston. I'm smiling in Los Angeles like I got fish hooks in the corners of my mouth, and I'm celebrating on weekends. Because there's 7,047,000,000 people on the planet, and I have the audacity to think I matter. I know it's a lie, but I prefer it to the alternative, because I got a tourniquet tied at my elbow. I got a blunt wrap filled with compliments and I'm burning it. You say go to sleep, but I've been bouncing out my bedroom wall since I was hecka small, where every free agent wants it tucked inside ourselves like Russian nesting dolls. My mother is an 8-year-old girl, my grandson is a 74-year-old retiree whose kidneys just failed, and that's the glue between me and you. That's the screws and nails. We live in a house made of each other, and if that sounds strange, that's because it is. Someone please freeze time so I can run around turning everyone's pockets inside out. And remember, you didn't see shit.
That was funny, man.
It was funny?
Yeah. So what's the real track for, though?
The real track?
Yeah. You're not actually gonna put that on the record, though.
Yeah, that's track number 4 on the record.
Watsky.
I'm telling you, man, it's not a stretch. It's possible to be funny and serious at the same time. You know, poignant.
Watsky.
Yes.
You have to, disrespect women and talk about clubs and shit. Like, that's really important nowadays. That's what they want on the radio, man.
It's a track about, juvenile epilepsy, and I feel like it'll be touching.
See, okay, you shouldn't have gone anywhere past juvenile. Think juvenile. You didn't say bitch one time in that record.
No, but at the end of the...
Sprinkle it, man. Sprinkle some disrespect on it.
Sprinkle it?
Sprinkle a little disrespect on it. There's no disrespect in the record. It's too nice. You need to have the big fucking glasses, a funny hat. Where's your T-Pain effect? I want you to go back, go home, write a better song with more bitches, fuck more people's mothers and sisters and brothers and grandmothers and shit. Come back here, and we'll talk. Okay,
let's do that.
Let me bounce with the beat for a second. No homos. Yeah. Woo! Get in bed like I'm at war. Make your vagina more than kinda sore. I'm hung like a dinosaur. Shit, your hymen tore. You're busted. You never grew up like a Toys R Us kid. I'm well adjusted like jockstrap crutches. Bang my old teachers while the preschool watches. Met a slow girl, I was fucking her fast. Had some tight old pussy and got stuck in the past. I molest old age, grab the best old babe, and the breast hold, babe, is your chest cold, babe? Are those boobs or goosebumps? Hey, sugar tits, can a pimp have 2 lumps? Measure my hard prick, whatever the night. I use my dick as a yardstick to measure my height. I'm healing myself, got a hole in my pocket, and I'm feeling myself. I'm like Wu-Tang, your art's cookie cutter like a Warhol soup can. The rapper who can destroy mere humans. Fuck your facelift, fuck your played whip. I built a spaceship to ride in while you're cruising Earth. I'm owning all the aliens who MC in the universe. The 10 best rappers is a list of me. I exist to be the greatest rapper in history. Built a time machine from Flavor's clock in a saddle. Taught Plato to rap and then kicked his ass in a battle. I'm the best rapper alive, who gets mistaken for Michael Cera everywhere that he drives. Fuck Michael Cera, you weren't so super bad. When I was riding you around Rodale yelling, who's your dad? Fuck this.
And the moral of the story is, and the moral of the story is,
Till your arms fall off, till your abs get hard, and your
moral of the story is,
till your hands go numb and they cramp in the fans and the stands
moral of the story is,
right till my fingers look like a bouquet of roses. You gotta bring yourself your flowers now in showbiz. Focus, it's quiet coyote, come on, let's go kids. Everybody get together with a study buddy and talk about the fuck that I don't give. Because it's so big and explosive, but a lot of people don't live. They don't ever get a motive. If you got a goal, you gotta hold on to what hope is. If I didn't have it, I would ask you where the rope is. Work is my church and so the studio's the closest. I spit it sick until my cootie flows the grossest. Don't be so pissed, just be focused on your own shit, cause we super Californialistic sexy and we knows it. You're not my business, go for number 1, not a top 5 finish. You can have a chicken pot pie, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna have another can of Popeye spinach. I'm a Rottweiler, pop my collar when I pop my fur. You're on my nerves, but mark my words, gotta put a leg up and then mark my turf. Work.
the moral of the story is,
Work. And the moral of the story is work till your arms fall off, till your abs get hard. And the moral of the story is work till your hands go numb and they cramp like the fans in the stands. Of the story is work until I'm black and yellow worker bee. I just work until I'm black and blue and burgundy. Work until I earn that rich mahogany. Honestly, can't you tell I'm working? Bitch, don't bother me. Show some modesty if you're watching me. Bitch is anybody in my way, it's not misogyny. But if you're blocking me, I will soon defeat you. I will build a bridge above you, or I'll tunnel underneath you. I will eat you and excrete you, and I'll feed you to the flowers. If I need to, I'll go through you and absorb your fucking powers. I put in hour after hour, let's be crystal clear. I'm gonna get there if it takes a day or 50 years. I'll finger bang my fears, I'll fucking punch a dragon. Even with the Himalayas in my way, it's gonna happen. Cause waiting doesn't work, and praying may not come through, and hoping doesn't work. So I will be the one to work. Moral of the story is work. Moral of the story is work till your arms fall off, till your abs get hard. And the moral of the story is work till your hands go numb and they cramp like the fans in the stands. Of the story is see me in a glossy photo. No weirdo rock the bells as hard as me since Quasimodo. And maybe someday you might see me in a glossy photo. No weirdos rock the bells as hard as me since Quasimodo. No weirdos rock the bells as hard as me since Quasimodo. Let's get some takeout. Press our hearts together like when kids make Barbies make out. Let's make out, no toothpaste. I only wanna know how you taste. We don't need to tie no shoelace, and we don't need to pack no suitcase to find a new place. Let our moment linger. We'll weave our hands together and then kiss this braid of fingers until the whisper of time's undying rivers come decorate our skin with crow's feet, spider veins and fissures. But we won't cry, we'll step into that cyclone together when we're blinded and our minds erode like limestone. And all we can remember is how we make each other feel. And why don't we get high and watch planet Earth? Why don't we get high and watch planet Earth? Why don't we get high and watch planet Earth? Planet Earth, planet Earth, watch it spin, watch
guys were sort of wide-eyed with floppy pants and things like that. I thought there were some good things about what they were doing, a lot of good things, especially the sex.
Arthur stepped off, yeah, he stepped off of the chair. Couldn't weigh 140 pounds. And the rope snapped, yeah, the rope snapped. And then Arthur found himself looking up from the ground. Looking up, found things looking up, looking not so down, no, not so down, no. Knots don't have to stay that way, no, not so tightly wound. What a lovely thing it is to fail, to release those grasping fingernails. Arthur thought the end was near, then Arthur played for 50 years. And then my father walked down 8th and 57th Street to Carnegie Hall, yeah, it was Carnegie Hall. The show was past sold out for weeks, but they said if you don't mind sitting on stage, sometimes we release a couple seats. 20 feet, yeah, my dad's 23, 20 feet from the hands on the keys, yeah, the hands on the keys of a man with the hands that almost didn't exist to see.
Back in 97 when dad was my chauffeur, he'd play the radio and I'd try to guess the composer. Chopin sprinkled over the hum of the motor. When I was young, I'd never doubt my composure. Everything's kosher, man, I was so sure I'd say that I'm good. Don't want no adulthood, I never understood. Couldn't get how anyone would ever wanna end their life until the day that I could. I've heard it said we're alone in the ether, that we're the only intelligent creatures. So you don't need to adjust your receivers. If they were out there, they'd be texting us, hitting our beepers, invading us on some alien Julius Caesar, or begging take me to your leader. But I got a theory, it's neither, that there's a billion brilliant alien planets at leisure, smoking alien reefer. The evolution of the mind's not the hunger to conquer, or to want, or to seek, or to wander, or even wonder, but simply to be, until we cease to be any longer. There's nothing wrong with heavy eyelids. I hope you enjoyed my 20s as much as I did. You'll never know how much that all of you provided, and I'm gonna try to do the same for my kids.
cash. Everybody get me on, I really would appreciate it. Everybody gets hit, but the future's awesome. Thank you. Anybody by any chance? Anybody?
Braces and glasses and wasn't Mrs. Popular, and so I didn't really give a thought to her. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen, and the wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen, and the wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. There's holes in my memory, it isn't photographic. There's holes in my yearbook, but the cutout folks were plastic. 10 years pass, I don't cross paths with half the people from my class again until we meet at Chrissy's open casket. Those who chose to ask it probably knew I could have dug in deeper if I'd wanted to, but you couldn't tell a thing was off on the surface. And I didn't know she was sick until I heard about her service. She was born with a heart defect, used to the cold knife. She'd been in and out of hospitals her whole life. She knew the whole time and never said why. She felt my pain herself and helped me hold my head high. The nicest folks are those who know the throes of crisis. Though when it was crime to twist her life to fit my own devices. Why is it so hard to mourn and then try to learn by this? But the lights that burn shortest are the lights that burn brightest. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen. The wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. It's the notes of the song that'll never happen. And the wind in the leaves is the sound of ghosts clapping. But a heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping. Our 8th grade yearbook page for dedicating songs wasn't long, even in a school 1100 strong. The yearbook advertised for months, but when it's said and done, Chrissy bought 6, the 3rd most of anyone. Alvin got Your Faith in Me by Jessica Simpson. Pebbles got Richard Marx's ballad at the beginning. It feels like sloppy poetry, the way her life would end after sending Mariah Carey's Anytime You Need a Friend. But corniness is honesty that's wrapped in cliche. And most slow jam lyrics aren't shit I'm brave enough to say without a smirk. But before she went to dirt, she left us finally. I will remember you, to Jeff, Mike, Bri, and me. You can plot it if you must, say it's obviously fate, or explain that God is just. But all I know is that until my body's dust, I will try to think of her as much as Chrissy thought of us.
This one goes out to Christina. Said this one goes out to Christina. This one goes out to Christina. Said this one goes out to Christina. This one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping.
Said this one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping.
This one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings snapping.
Said this one goes out to Christina.
A heartbreaking sounds like guitar strings